Let's play! Whoa!
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. You all may call me Pharaoh, and welcome back to Let's Play the Somnium Files, Nirvana Initiative. Last time we left off, we actually saw the outcome of going to the gold safe, the other path in Leon's Somnium, and we got like a lot of information there. Obviously, you know, that he absolutely loves Kizzy no matter what. He opened up the other entrance to the cathedral, which we saw was rebuilt, and that's where we found the other body in the pedestal, which ended up being the real, no, actually, it ended up being, Uru. And apparently the whole revelation there was they transplanted Uru's right half to Jin's right half to save him from those tumors and whatever. But, you know, we know that both now Uru and Jin are dead. And then we also knew about, like, Tokiko and, like, how much, like, kind of goes from there. How much she, you know, loved Jin, wanted to do this, but, like, was very hesitant. Chikata's crazy, blah, blah, blah. And then the other big reveal was that, the masked woman looks exactly like us. Looks exactly like Mizuki. So, then it ended. But now I'm kind of stuck because I'm trying to figure out how the hell to get to this chapter. If you guys remember, you know, this is where Terror revealed themselves, which looked like Jin, which I'm still kind of confused about. And then I said case locked. And it's saying that, oh, to unlock it, we need to clear other chapters, but I did. So, I'm going to take a gamble here, and I'm going to assume that I just need to replay, or like go forward with this investigation, and see what happens. I'll cut back if I notice anything new or different, and then we can take things from there. So, I will see you guys in a little bit. Alright, so here's hoping that the game will let us continue here. Case unsolved. Seriously? Still? How come it wouldn't let us fast forward then? Is something else going to happen here? You've got to be shitting me. That is so odd. Okay, well, there goes my theory that, yeah, there goes my theory, like, indicating, like, oh, yeah, we just have to, play a little bit of this. I thought I was onto something because it would not let us progress. So, this is really gonna suck. The only other thing I can think of is maybe the game is not registering that we completed some of these chapters. That is the only thing I'm thinking of now. So, as much as this is gonna suck, I'm gonna go through each of these endings again. Just hope the guy can fast forward through it. And hopefully it'll unlock this. That's the only thing I can think of. So yeah, I will see you guys in a little bit. Okay guys, you know what? I just actually realized something. I just noticed this after I went through these two endings. I'm like, okay, I'll go to Ryuki's, right? Take a look at the top left there. It says incomplete. This is the explosion ending. I don't know why it's reading incomplete. I obviously did this. So there must have been something where... Yeah, there you go. What the hell? There must have been something where maybe I went back here and I didn't save it. Something weird happened here. unfortunately. And I probably should also realize too that, you know, when you finish something, it gets colored in. Didn't really see that here. I just assumed like, oh, maybe it is colored, but it just faded, whatever. But no. So this is what was stopping me. Whoops. My bad, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how the hell I could have missed that. That was really, really frustrating. Like, see, it still lets me do whatever. And we can try shooting, but nothing's gonna happen. And yeah, it's just gonna replay what we saw. So, and the thing is too, like, I think the reason why it's not skipping is because like these are like the ending scenes. Even for like all the other chapters, it was all the same. So, I guess that kind of explains it, like why I couldn't push forward. So, I'm still trying to figure out why the hell that was incomplete. Maybe, you know what? Maybe it's because I tried, when we initially got to this ending, I wanted to see what would happen when I tried selecting shoot. And maybe once I realized that nothing changed, maybe I X'd out of it, or maybe I got out of it and the game didn't really register like, oh, you've done this before. So that's the only thing I can think of here. I'm hoping that this is the only thing that was stopping us.
The others.
I think they're okay.
So yeah, I think that's that.
5 living organisms.
I guess I'll meet you guys back again.
He ran away.
Okay, here's the moment of truth. We finished up the rest of that ending, or that route. Please unlock. Thank you so much. That was really gonna bother me. I'm like, what did I miss? You see like how it's a little colored in and everything. I completely missed that. Well, shows what happens when you don't pay attention to some stuff. So, my apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Now we can actually get into the new things. I'm going to assume that this path here is like the, like, if you want to say true path, unless there's going to be another Somnium, which I wouldn't be surprised if there is. But we have a lot of information, like a lot of revelations here. So that's why I feel like we're getting close to the ending. I'm not sure how much more is left, but we'll see what happens. So finally we can go here and Marble Bar. Didn't she have like that chest pain? Like, why are we not in the hospital? And I don't know what I thought the cursor seemed a little different last.
Oh, you came. Good. Want something to drink? With water? On the rocks? You don't have to be shy. It's on me. It's such a bizarre case, the HB serial killings. That being said, the facts are fairly straightforward. Pointing out a culprit can't be too hard. Do you already know? Terror. Who are they, really?
Yeah, who the hell am I supposed to be right now? Because the cursor's green. It was red for Tama, which makes sense, because, you know, it was kind of like a red aesthetic to her. And then for Aiba, it was yellow, which makes sense, because that was her aesthetic. What's going on? I guess we just had an answer. And notice we can't actually do anything else here. So, who is Terror? I'm not gonna lie, guys. Just for the hell of it, I want to choose Mama.
Yup. You got me. I wanted to slurp on the juices of young men, which is why I sliced them in half. Oh, come Come on, there's no way. Besides, Komeiji and Chikara are not young. Care to give a more serious answer?
Okay, okay. And I'm sure we could just keep doing this. There's really no fault, but according to the information that we got, and according to everything that we learned, I guess Terror was originally Uru. It's the only thing that really makes sense. But if they themselves died, that's why I'm a little bit confused. But yeah, I think it's supposed to be Uru.
Right. Uru. We know he killed at least 3 people. Jin Pharaoh, Chikara Horadori, Andes Komeiji. But why did he kill them? What was his goal?
What was his goal? Well, part of me wants to say revenge. Well, wait a minute. Well, I would like to say, like, his overall aspect is because of the Nirvana Initiative. But I think that's the overall goal of Nyes. For Terror himself, though, maybe it is revenge.
That's true, I suppose. But that wasn't the main reason.
Okay, so that's why I was a little bit iffy on it. It's like, he did mention Nirvana. He was a huge follower of Nyes based on what Tokiko would tell him to kind of comfort him for all the shit that he went through. So, yeah, for Nirvana Initiative.
That's right. The Nirvana Initiative. The loony plan to have humans reach moksha. That's why Uru killed the 3 of them. We can put aside the little details for now. The most concerning aspect of the whole thing is the time difference. The left and right sides of the victims were found 6 years apart. Regarding the first victim, the facts are already in. 6 years ago, on February 10th, Jin Furue's body fell from the ceiling of Devaita. And this year, 5 days ago, also on the 10th, Uru Somizuki's left half was found at the stadium, not Jin's. Plastic surgery and complete organ transplants. It fooled the investigators into thinking they were the same person. But what about the other victims? Chikara, Komeiji, Tokiko. How do you explain those 3? You have good intuition. You might already know.
So why did it seem like their bodies appeared after 6 years passed? Why did it seem? Well, we got Ryuki and Mizuki are hallucinating, which maybe for Ryuki's part I can understand, but no. Because Tokiko made miracles happen. No. Professor Brown created a time machine? What the hell? Oh! I think it was a Back to the Future reference. The timeline was not in the correct order. That's the only thing that seems logical, but also, like, I'm still confused about it. Now, just because I want to hear the joke thing, let's talk about Professor Brown.
Who is Professor Brown? Could you please not introduce a new character out of nowhere?
Okay, listen. And you know what? I think that's also was kind of weird. I'm like, Professor Brown. Obviously, they can't say Doc Brown, because I'm sure he was a professor in some aspect, but it was always Doc. Hey, Doc, whatever. So I guess, yeah, it was because the timeline was not in the correct order.
Right. In other words, it's not like that. It's like this.
Huh. What? Huh. I think I'm a little bit confused. So we're just misplacing both what happened in Ryuki and Mizuki's story? I'm a little iffy on this.
This is the timeline that you actually experienced. The red and blue lines are intertwined, almost like DNA. You started on the red line from the top, and then followed the blue line, which led you to this point. You've traversed 4 X's. The left side is 6 years ago, and the right side is this year. To make things easier, we'll call the left side past, and the right side present. In other words, you came here, jumping back and forth between past and present, a day at a time, all to end up here. Now do you understand? Chikara's right half was found the night of the 11th, in the past. His left half was found the next morning. Komeji's right half was found on the 13th. His left half was found the next morning at 6 a.m. 6 years have passed, and now we're here. In the present, Tokiko's right half was found on February 12th. The next day, a little past midnight, her left half was found in the basement of Horodori Institute. Long story short, the left and right halves weren't found 6 years apart. They were all found soon after each other. Nothing supernatural here.
I think I'm still a little... How the hell did we experience that, though? I mean, obviously, I hate saying obviously, but it's the idea that, like, we did all this stuff 6 years prior and all this stuff now. How is this whole thing where it's like, well, it's actually like you kept going back and forth, back and forth? I don't get it. I think I might still be tired or something. I don't know. But this is the true flow chart. This is a chart that shows the flow of the story in chronological order. Now, the true flow chart can be checked from the menu flow chart. So yeah, it's telling us like, yeah, the left side was 6 years ago, right side is the present, and like, I kind of missed the other flow chart now, but yeah, I guess it just keeps intertwining. Like, here's a present, then 6 years ago, 6 years ago, 6 years ago. Oh, but there's a present. And, I'm trying to understand this. So this is what I'm trying to figure out. Like, but that was 6 years ago when we were in the Somnium with Mizuki. So like, how old are they? Right? What is the damn present? Like, do you guys see where I'm getting a little bit confused about here? Like, like if that's a present, but then it switches off to the 6 years ago. Yeah, no, I'm just a little like... And even these are both present. No, I guess that makes sense. Because that's her investigating. Like, through Yuki's side, and that's that. Okay, so that makes sense. Okay. I mean, it is what it is. I feel like I'm just going to confuse myself even more. So, and we can switch to the flowchart. Like, this is the original one. So I guess to kind of give us an idea of like, oh yeah, this is how things were. Like, but even then, like, it keeps switching off to past and present. Okay. I think I'm understanding it. It's just like, I guess it caught me off guard. What else am I gonna say? I think it just definitely caught me off guard. Huh. So now what?
Anyway, that's just my genius analysis. Oh, but I know what you're gonna say. There's still tons of things that can't be explained, right? Especially, who killed Uru and Tokiko? Jin, Chikara, Komeiji. It was Terror, Uru, who sliced these three in half. But then Uru was killed in the present, February 10th. Tokiko's body was found after that. So who killed Uru and Tokiko? Well, I'm sure this mess will be cleared up soon. By Mizuki, her friend, and by you, Freyr. So anyway, good luck with the rest of your investigation. I'll be cheering you on. Huh? Who was I just talking to? Maybe I've had a bit too much to drink. It's awfully cold tonight.
So I guess we can see there, we assume that Mama was possessed the entire time there. I like to think there's something more up with her, but I don't know.
Hey, about Kizzy. Are you sure she's okay?
Don't worry. I made sure she's fine.
And now we're back here. So this is the present, right? You know what? Hold on. There's still something I'm trying to figure out. I was gonna say maybe it has something to do with Ryuki's mental state, and that's why we kind of got things a little discombobulated, but I'm not really sure if that's really the case either. But okay. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just kind of going through a few things here. All right. Never mind. Let's continue on. So yeah, Kizuna went missing. Last night around 11 o'clock, Richi Shiida, her father, contacted me. Aiba and I started our search for Kizzy. After a while, I got a call on my phone. It was from her. She told me to meet her here at Iowan.
So, that makes us sisters?
We're not the same age, but we're like identical twins. We have almost the same genes.
That's crazy. I'm a copy of you.
Don't say it like that.
But I'm your clone, right?
Technically, yes. But our DNA isn't exactly the same. My genome was rearranged. Your DNA was modified on top of that, which is why you don't have the symptoms I have. Basically, you're an upgrade. The perfect version of me.
Don't say it like that.
So, I wasn't too far off on my whole clone thing, kinda. I mean, maybe it was like a technicality, but still. Okay. I mean, this sucks. And something tells me Richie isn't as innocent as he seems. I feel like he knew something. Maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll talk to our sister in a chance? My older sister. Technically, she's the original that I was based off of, but I don't want to think about it like that. She's more of my big sister by proxy. Okay. So, was I raised at Iowan too?
Yeah, the same as me. When I was 6, you were born at Horadori Institute and sent here. I'm guessing they thought it was too difficult to raise you at the Institute. I remember the day you arrived like it was yesterday. You were still a baby. But the moment I saw you, I got this feeling. I started bawling my eyes out. The people at the facility didn't know we were related. Makes sense. They were told we were from 2 different places. But we're both named Mizuki, and we looked really similar. So to make it easier, everyone started calling me Big Sis. They called you Mizuki.
I guess I understand that. I mean, although I guess part of me would also think like, well, you were there first, so when they call you Mizuki and then call the newer one like Little Sis, but you know, thought processes are different. I mean, that's what I would have probably done. So what happened after I arrived at Aowen?
They took me to Horadori Institute every so often for examinations. Well, I say examinations. I mean human experiments. I don't think you remember, but they did terrible things. I remember getting shots with needles as big as boba straws. My time with Horadori Institute ended when I was 9 and you were 3. It shut down and we were finally free. That's about the time you were adopted by the Okiura family. But me? Well, I told you about me, right?
You were blind in one eye and had a heart condition.
Right. So it was hard to find a family who would take me. Ultimately, it was Mr. Chieda, the chairman.
So when you were 9, you were adopted by...
The Chiedas. I spent the next 6 years there. Up until I was 15, I lived under the same roof as Kizuna.
I see. That's why she called me Big Sis.
And see, this was something that kind of, I don't know, I guess confuses me a little bit. It's like if Kizuna knew that, right? Like Big Sis and Mizuki looked pretty much the same and whatnot. Like that never occurred in conversation. I'm sure maybe they understood like, well, yeah, they came from different places, whatever, but nobody questioned like, you guys pretty much look identical. You guys pretty much sound similar. Or am I looking too deep into this? I don't know. Anyway, what about after that?
You said something about an eccentric woman?
Yeah, I was adopted by her.
Do you mean...
Shizue Kuranushi. Boss. Which is why my name is Mizuki Kuranushi now. You think that sounds kinda lame, huh?
No, it's not that.
And I had a huge feeling that something like this was gonna come up too. Like, the whole aspect of Boss's adopted daughter. It's like, you know, you bring her up here and there. I know you said, well, you guys never asked, so I never told you. But once again, this never came up in conversation. Like, these two people kind of remind me of each other. Anyway, why did Boss adopt you?
You know how we're stronger than everybody else? Maybe she thought I'd come in handy.
So she wanted to make you work for her.
I don't know if that's the truth, but that's what she told me. Boss taught me how to fight. After she adopted me, she trained me hard every day. 6 years ago, when I was 18, I was hired as a top-secret member of Abyss. Boss wanted someone who she could rely on. Someone who would never betray her. She trusted me to handle the most sensitive situations. Basically, I'm like a ninja. Well, a kunoichi. Which is why my existence at Abyss had been hidden. The only people who know are Boss, Pewter, and Ryuki. Ryuki? Why? I wonder.
Wait a minute. This might actually help further explain this flowchart a little bit. Is that why I was a little bit confused? I'm like, how the hell was it 6 years ago and all this stuff? Was it because, in actuality, 6 years ago, we weren't playing as Mizuki, we were playing as Big Sis? Is that it? Like, this is still present. You know, like, okay, you're like present, whatever. But let's go to an aspect where... Oh, wait. This makes even more sense now. About 6 years prior, and then Mizuki is like, you know, she fell down, her heart. That wasn't Mizuki. Oh, okay. Man, all right. I'm trying. I think I kind of get this. I kind of want to go over this flowchart again on my own time, but I guess it's just because I didn't make the assumption that this Mizuki, like Big Sis, was also working for Abyss. You know, like I think I have it correct. I just don't know how to put it into words. So, anyway, why were you hiding your identity?
If I revealed myself to you, you would want to know everything. In one way or another, you'd find out. You'd find out that your genes were spliced. That your real parents aren't Renju and Shoko. I didn't want you to end up like me. I wanted you to live a normal life. As normal as possible, anyway. Get a normal job, a normal husband, get married, start a family, live happily ever after. A life like that. But if I showed up, I would ruin all that. That's what I thought, at least.
I see. Well, why didn't you tell me 7 years ago in November? I was already well on my way to an abnormal life at that point.
Maybe that's true.
But see, there's also something else I'm trying to figure out. The whole aspect of, like, if we were playing as Big Sis in the investigations, what about the idea of, like, wait, obviously we would be interacting with Big Sis here and there. In the was it really the present? Yeah. Something else I was gonna say too, and I forgot. The whole thing about using Aiba. I guess she was also using Aiba back then, but then wouldn't Aiba say something about it? Like, or was it because was her memory hit because of the explosion? I don't know. Anyway, about February 6 years ago.
It's like I told you. I want to know who did this to me. I know that Chikara was the mastermind, but I want solid proof. That's why I was investigating him and his institute. But then, out of the blue, he gets killed. That's why I started following the HB case.
I asked her about what happened back then. She told me the details of what happened on the 12th and the 14th. The 12th. Okay. Yeah, that's when we apparently initially, you know, well, like, we played that game that Terror had and led us to the basement and all that. The 14th. Okay, and that's when we found the other body, or supposedly, Komenji found the other body, took it away, and then this is where we kind of got betrayed. So with that all... Wait, what's that scene? That looks like within his own Somnium.
What you have seen and heard cannot be shared with anyone. If you do, I will kill her. I have an abundant amount of money. Even if I were to die, the assassins I've hired would still find her.
I see. That's why you didn't talk about what happened 6 years ago. But I think it's okay to start talking now. Why? I was able to freeze all of Terror's hidden accounts. We don't need to worry about any assassins anymore.
Aiba, you don't remember anything from February 6 years ago, do you?
I do not. My body was destroyed in the explosion at the cathedral. The Abyss communication network was also offline, so there was no backup taken.
By the way, I'm curious. Why were we given the same name?
I don't know. Maybe they didn't really care about the name.
But wouldn't that make it harder to tell us apart at the Institute?
I don't think they had any trouble. We had code names at Horadori Institute. I was Mouse, and you were Rabbit. And you remember what they called us at Iowan, right?
You were Big Sis, and I was Mizuki.
Yeah.
Is that what I called you?
No. You were still little. You couldn't talk much. You just called me Bibi.
Bibi?
Yeah. Bibi, huh? Anyway, we've already spent enough time here. We shouldn't be wasting time like this.
Good point. There's still tons we don't know about the HB case.
Follow me. I want to show you something. Huh? What is it?
Oh, no. It's nothing. Let's go, Bibi.
Aw, it's a little endearing that, she calls her BB again. What is this? Ooh, I got all the person files. I gotta check that out. Yeah, we're really getting close to the end here, aren't we? Now we're going to Brahmin? Well, you guys didn't go far at all. What the hell? I told you guys to leave. Go to the end of the world. You guys went to Brahmin. Okay, that's something. I actually forgot about that. Oh, yep, there's, that's Jin's body. Well, his left half anyway, but yeah, we get it.
Ah! What the fuck? This is information overload. My brains are gonna flow out of my ears.
Jeez, just relax.
I can't just relax. What is this corpse doing here? And why are Kizzy and Leon here? Oh, and most importantly, who the hell is this?
What, isn't it obvious?
Wait, you're that stupid porno mag collecting old man.
No.
Yes.
Why are you dressed like that?
Wait. Now I'm a little bit more confused. No, hold on. I'm trying to think here. Why is this Mizuki not knowing Date? Or was she just saying that for the hell of it? You know what? Let's just continue on and I can take it from here.
Where is Genny? What are you doing here? And one last thing. Where have you been the past 6 years? Why didn't you try to contact me?
I'm sorry, Mizuki.
Okay. I think I kind of get it. 6 years ago, Date lost his memory when the ceiling collapsed on him.
Then he got captured by Terror but managed to escape.
And he's been wandering the Earth for the past 6 years.
5 days ago, on the 10th,
He heard the news about Jin's body being found.
And finally got his memory back.
That's right.
My voice reaches Date's brain right now. That's because there's a reception device in his left eye socket. You can mute me by turning it off, but that's a real hassle, so it's still on. This is the same for Mizuki Kuranushi. She hears my voice too. Mizuki Kuranushi is kind of long. I'll just call her BB. Okay, so I guess I answered my question about like why the hell did she call him? Because like, yeah, look at this. Like, she's like, wait a minute, you're that stupid porno mag collecting old man. And I'm like, does she not know it's Date? But I think it's just her being her. Yeah, let me, let's go to the file here really quick. So yeah, the persons have now been updated. Here's Date. So he wandered all over the country after losing his memory in an explosion 6 years ago. After seeing the news of Jin's left half being found, he regained all his memories. In order to perform his own investigation, he used Gen's mask. And then BB, who is actually Mizuki Kuranushi. She's 24. Abyss undercover special agent. Oh, she likes Mizuki Date. Oh wait, no. She doesn't like Date, she likes Mizuki Date. Like Mizuki. And she dislikes anyone who messes with Mizuki Date. And her hobbies include watching over Mizuki Date. Skills include guessing which panties Mizuki Date is wearing that day. That's weird. Mizuki Date was born from her DNA, almost like a little sister. She lived at Aiba with her until she was 3 years old. Mizuki Kuranushi secretly watched over Mizuki Date from afar, watching her grow up. Okay. And now we have Uru. Kind of like the idea what they did with the picture there. Unemployed. He likes Tokiko and Naisa's teaching, when it makes sense. Definitely dislikes Jin and Shikata and those who impede the plan. And his hobbies included fulfilling Tokiko's prophecy and journaling. He has extreme knowledge in molecular biology, electrical engineering, and quantum mechanics. He is the true identity of Terror. When he was 6, he was kidnapped by Shikata and Tokiko from Iowan, and he was held in the basement of the Institute and constantly had the organs in his right half taken away, ultimately his face as well. You know, so something about those the organ transplants, did they, like, they just literally took the organs, that's that? I mean, yeah, sure, some organs you can, you know, you have pairs of, and you could technically live with one of them, but, I don't know. And then obviously we have Jin and his true identity there. So, like, we're more so after, you know, the transplant, I guess. But, he's 29. He's a businessman, writer. Many of his stuff is unknown. He was killed by Terror, aka Uru Sumizuki, whatever, 6 years ago. He had inoperable tumors in the right side of his body and constantly received organs from Uru, ultimately his face as well. Okay. And with the appendix. Oh yeah, that's right, the Bitch Avengers! The titular group of female heroes from an American comic. Their members consist of a murderer, a junkie, a thief, and a housewife. They use cruel tactics to defeat the bad guys. Fighting fire or fire. A real picturesque story. Wait. So, yeah, when they mentioned the Bitch Avengers, I know I didn't say anything in the video, but when it happened, I'm like thinking back in my head, I'm like, what the hell is he? Okay, that's a weird reference, but alright. I guess it makes some sense. You know, Marvel is stupidly huge right now, so. Chidin? I don't know if I'm saying that right, but yeah, it's the artificial skin. It's a polymer that includes nitrogen. It's the main component of arthropods, crustaceans, and mollusks. It has anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, and immune properties, so it's well suited as artificial skin. If used as artificial skin, is decomposed by enzymes excreted by the body, so it's not permanent. So it acts like a cover for naturally recovering skin. For Uru, that half of his face was most likely beyond the point new skin could grow back, so he probably needed constant reapplication of the new artificial skin. What's that, a photo album here? An old-fashioned analog method of taking pictures. It is a fan's ultimate goal to be able to take one with an idol or maid. I'm sure it is. Black Widow! That's one of the... yeah. A female character from a certain American comic. She lives in Tokorozawa, Saitama, and is a watermelon thief. Out of all things to steal, watermelons. She spits out the seeds to bore her enemies with holes to kill them. Holy crap! She has a preference for tight leather pants. Her fly is constantly open, exposing her panties. Thus the reason for her name, Black Widow. I hope the guy would get like some type of like little Easter egg showing off these characters. Probably not. And then boat. Terror was referring to boats for some reason. Yeah, that one's a little weird. The whole thing about Dahlia and boat. I kept thinking it's because the mask looks like it underneath, like the underside of a boat, kinda. But I guess I could be wrong there. Okay, so that's that. Oh crap, there's more in a file. What the hell did I miss? Oh, there's something in the manual. Oh, the true flow chart. Okay. I didn't even know that we were missing a piece of that. And finally, with the evaluation still here, I don't think we have enough for the next class. One more. So that makes sense. All those are filled. Now, so this is what? Clearing chapter. So this could be just clearing the chapter. This could be the last one here. And then we have the various endings. I'm assuming. So like 2 more there. But these, I don't know. I'm sure I missed one of these cases. Yeah, we got all the person's files. We got most of the appendix. Okay. Alright. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know that we're probably not at an hour, but, you know, frankly, that's okay. There's kind of a lot of brain overload happening here, at least for me. I just kind of I want to take the time to digest everything that we've learned in today's episode. Like this whole idea of the flowchart is interesting. So this is how it looked like originally, but obviously here's how it really is. And it's just the idea that when we really consider how it really went down, I guess at times we thought we were playing as Mizuki. We were playing as Big Sis. Like right here, obviously. You know, like that isn't, you know, us. That's Mizuki. Okay. I'm just all over the place. It's really cool how they did that. Like, I would not have ever figured that this is what's happening. Well, see, that's also interesting. Because now, like, what we thought was Ryuki doing, you know, it's kind of vice versa. Like, what we thought was Ryuki 6 years ago was him doing some of this stuff now. And I guess that could explain why during some of his parts, like, he was going a little cuckoo. Where is the latest that we played as him, though? I guess this was it. So what is this summary again? Like, this is after Amame. Collected genocide. You know? Oh, man, there might be something more to this. Alright, yeah, okay. Let me go ahead and call the video here, guys. But holy crap, that... Man. Okay. We're definitely getting close. I think we are, so... I'm both sad and excited, but, yeah. We'll take things... We'll take things from here in the next episode. So, as usual, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time for Let's Play the Somnium Files, Nirvana Initiative. Love you all so much, and don't forget to spread that love around. Have a great day, everybody.